help you with your passion for ceramics. Or no annual fee on any Discover card.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D Vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you. With thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
Are you ready for Monday night?
You could try to bury us, but it ain't gonna happen.
Super Bowl 49.
You come from a king, you better kill the king.
10-year journey to reach back to the top.
Seven-point game, 11:53 left first half, and Reed, a clear Sooner connection between the coaching staffs. And you told us before the game, a lot of point guards in the house tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you're Jamal Shedd, you want to know how to play point guard, you can go down your bench, talk to Coach Quantas White or Hollis Price, or go down to the visitors bench and talk to Benny Seltzer. Cannot believe it's been 20 years since that Oklahoma team went to the Final Four with Quantas and Hollis in the backcourt, and Benny was the right-hand man for Kelvin Sampson, and Kellen Sampson was also on that team, and boy, just tremendous ties. I have a huge respect for Benny Seltzer. He used to, this was back when the rules were different, and he was I can't remember what his title was, the third assistant, but he was on the floor. He was played for Kelvin Sampson at Washington State, was all Pac-12, all Pac-10, first team point guard. He used to run the scout team in practice against Hollis and Quantas, and he used to bust them. I'm telling you, Benny Seltzer could really play. Really cool seeing the connections here tonight.
Seltzer's in the Pac-12 honor roll for all-time great players as there's a travel.
You know, you had Anthony Goldwire over there on the bench, the former Houston great point guard that played in the NBA, and somewhere in the arena is Dejan Giroux. That's more point guards per capita than any one college basketball game should have.
Shedd kicks out for Sasser. His third three in the first half.
What a great find by Jamal Shedd. Hard to imagine that anybody would prepare for Houston and leave Marcus Sasser standing out there by himself.
And we've seen this time and again. How many open threes has Marcus Sasser had this season as there's an offensive foul on Dylan Dawson?
Yeah, you know, your tendency is when the ball goes inside the free throw line, you're taught to collapse and help. Well, you've got to resist that when you're playing Houston. You've got to stay home on Marcus Sasser. Look how all alone he is. You put that kid out there with that much time and space, he's going to shoot about 90% behind the three-point line.
Four Bobcats collapse to the paint there. Sasser wants to shoot again.
Now Reggie Chaney in the game. Look at that left hand. Boy, it is so heavily taped.
This from Sasser. Here's a chance for Shedd. Extra possession thanks to Jawan Roberts. Timeout, Texas State.
Jamal Shedd has developed into a 40% three-point shooter right now. The Cougars have 4 offensive rebounds off of 7 misses, has resulted in 8 second chance points, but Jamal Shedd has really increased his range, and boy, you're shooting 40% out there. You put that backcourt, you put that skill set together with Marcus Sasser. I was thinking about it coming in tonight. Is there a better backcourt in the American Conference?
Nope.
I mean, Kendrick Davis at SMU is the best point guard in the conference. Jamal Shedd's right behind him. But I'm not sure there's a better backcourt. Then I expanded. I said, okay, well, I'll think about, you know, the Big 12. And I start thinking bigger. You know, I don't want to get carried away. This is a really, really good backcourt that Houston has in Jamal Shedd and Marcus Sasser. And it's not just on the offensive end. They are elite level defenders. These numbers for Jamal Shedd just keep going up and up and up. Since he's been inserted in the starting lineup, his assist-to-turnover ratio has just been off the charts.
9-0 run, Houston. Shed with the steal. Here comes Jamal Shed. And let's watch the defense, Reed, because I feel like maybe they're too concerned with defensive rebounding and they're not closing out the three-point line well enough. Roberts fakes a handoff. Here's Shed.
Good defense. Boy, that was outstanding defense by the 6'3" senior Shelby Adams. He was out there all by himself, and Terrence Johnson expressing his appreciation for that effort.
Adams showing good defense. Coach Sampson remarked about his excellent shooting. He's a rare 50, 40, 90 guy, 50% or better from the field, 40% or better from three, and 90% or better from the line. Small with the mid-range.
Now that was set up because of those 2 3-pointers he hit early in the game. That time he caught the ball out on the perimeter, looked up at the rim, and because he's knocked down 2, you've got to go out there and close out.
Shed kicks out. Edwards catch and shoot. Well, they do seem like they're extending further out towards the three-point line since the last time out. Nigel Caesar too long. Last touch by Texas State. Houston basketball as Carlton returns along with Ramon Walker Jr.
Texas State's got to slow down a little bit. They're running on the ball screens. They're getting the Cougars to switch, and then they're not looking at the mismatches. That time Marcus Sasser was isolated inside trying to defend Isaiah Small, 6'8", and Texas State just threw up a shot without even recognizing the advantage that they had.
Walker into Carlton. Walker will try a 3. That's there.
I believe that's his first basket of his young career, Ramon Walker.
12-2 run Houston. 6 of 11 from beyond the arc.
He scored a lot of points in high school. He is not just an energy rebounding defense guy, although that's what's going to get him on the floor and keep him on the floor.
Carlton with the rebound from the miss from Mason Harrell. Carlton draws a double team. Walker runs off it. Reverse layup, Ramon Walker Jr.
Ramon Walker earlier, he threw the ball over on the right side into the post and he didn't relocate. He just stood there. This time on the left side, he threw the ball into the post and then dove to the basket.
Walker with the closeout. Harrell with another miss. Cougs want to run. Roberts, Jamal Shed. 7 threes in the first half for the Cougars. How efficient is this offense, Reed?
Yeah, real efficient right now. 7 for 12 from behind the three-point line. 11 for 19 from the floor.
And there's Walker drawing another offensive foul.
Holy cow, the kid knocks down a three-pointer. He does a unbelievable finish up and under and then comes down on the other end and draws a charge. And we talked about it when the door of opportunity swings open. Boy, right now, Ramon Walker says, I'm going to crash right into the party. And boy, he has given himself a chance to get a lot of playing time. What a finish by Ramon Walker.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
Coco Mademoiselle, Chanel.
The holidays
holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers. Like me. Back to you. Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
This holiday, let them shine like never before. This is how we shine. Find the perfect gift at Zales, the Diamond Store.
Go wherever your wild side takes you.
Are you ready for the first ever Week 18 season finale and for Wild Card Weekend to extend into Monday? Well, you better get ready.
A 19-point lead for Houston on a 17-2 run. And a big part of that, Reed, is Ramon Walker Jr. is a true freshman from Pearland and Shadow Creek High School.
Did not play early in the season. You see that bandage on his right hand. And this is a the best player coming out of the city of Houston. Won the Guy B. Lewis Award. And, well, he put up, I talked about the big numbers, averaged 23 and 8 at Shadow Creek High School. And averaged 24 points as a junior. This is a kid that can score. And look, all of that's good. Hustle, defense, and rebounding is going to keep him on the floor. Points are just going to be a bonus, but he's looking more and more relaxed out there.
Coach Sampson said this week he hasn't practiced full strength due to his hand injury. He won't be 100% for another month or so. Harrell, mid-range off the back iron. Walker flying for the rebound.
Yeah, interesting. He has the same injury that Reggie Chaney has, and it's a ligament attached to the knuckle. Didn't have to have surgery. It's not going to get worse. But John Houston explained to us that when you make a fist, you can see their knuckle kind of wobble on them. It's kind of freaky looking. He's got that right hand taped.
Carlton lost it, then he travels. That possession withstanding, they've gone to the bigs inside. Carlton, Juwan Roberts, that's invited the double and triple teams, then they kick it out for three.
Yeah, this is going to sound weird. That was actually Marcus Sasser's fault. There's the taped hand of Ramon Walker we were talking about. That's heavily taped. That's his shooting hand, his follow-through hand. Sasser had really bad passing angle that time to Josh Carlton. He tried a little spin pass. When you've got the defender, the post player's got the defender on the high side, take two dribbles towards the baseline, throw him a hard pass, let him take the momentum of the pass and make his post move. Well, not many mistakes made by Marcus Sasser here this evening.
Drew Dinnan into the game, a junior from Georgia, transfer from Navarro College, 55 in maroon. And he hits a three right off the bench.
Unusual for Houston to go underneath screens. That time went underneath, and that is just the fifth three-pointer that Drew Drennan has made this season.
Shed, guarded by Harrell.
Good pass.
Sasser fakes the three, back for Shed. Carlton hustling for the rebound. Shed short with the shot clock winding down. Another offensive rebound for Carlton.
Well, what great hustle. Great hustle. No points, but boy, that's exactly the way Kelvin Sampson wants his team attacking the glass.
Short from Isaiah Small. Walker with the rebound.
On the floor for Houston right now, the two best offensive rebounders in the American Athletic Conference in Juwan Roberts and Josh Carlton. Juwan Roberts grabbed his hip. Remember, we showed in the open that nasty spill he took, and Kelvin Sampson described it as take somebody, make them parallel to the ground, lift them 5 feet off the ground, and just drop them on their tailbone. And that's what happened to Juwan Roberts. You can see him kind of holding his side. That's a tough kid right there.
Sasser, Edwards, Roberts, Walker, and Carlton, the 5 on the floor for Houston. Carlton spinning. Lowers the shoulder. Nice post play.
But did you see where the post entry pass came from? Instead of the top of the key, it came from the wing. Post players can catch a crisp thrown ball and then make a move off of it.
Houston shooting 52% from the field. Rejection from Roberts. Sasser. Another offensive rebound. Roberts may have hurt the hip again. But there's a 3 for Edwards.
What an incredible tip and hustle by Juwan Roberts. Came down. He's holding that right hip. Boy, that was a tip, a rebound, and an assist all in one action. Love this kid. God, just love the way he plays. Justin Gorham was such a ferocious rebounder and defender last year, and he graduates, and man, Juwan Roberts has taken on. Watch this play. He tips it out to a wide open Kyler Edwards. What a great play.
Mason Harrell leaves it for Jordan. Harrell, 5'9", the former Oklahoma State Player of the Year. Dennon guarded by Edwards. Excellent pass. 3-point play opportunity. Nigel Caesar, the Houston native out of Ridgepoint High School.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Drew Drennan. He has really made a difference for Texas State off the bench.
The lead is 19 for Houston, shooting 52% from the field, 8 from beyond the arc.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D Vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you. With thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip, when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, Lexus, play holiday music.
We've been waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
Why give a gift they'll never use? This season, give them one they can use again and again. After washes, of course. Show you care with underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
Are you ready for a showdown in the Big Easy on Monday night? Are Tua and the Dolphins ready to stay red hot? Are the Saints ready to keep their playoff dreams alive? Are you ready? Are you ready for the first ever Week 18 season finale and for Wild Card Weekend to extend into Monday? Well, you better get ready.
Houston 8 for 15 from beyond the arc. Sasser with 3, Edwards with 2.
Shed with 2. You know, the Cougars are up by 19. They're plus 15 already from behind the three-point line. And Tell you what, when this backcourt is shooting above 50% from behind the line, they are really, really difficult to defend.
And I'm seeing in those replays, Reed, a lot of boxing out, the three-point shooting, 36% on the season, 53. I think Texas State is very concerned with defensive rebounding, as they should be. And as a result, maybe not as respecting the three-point line as they could be.
You know, it's pick your poison.
Yes.
You know, and if you close out on Sasser and Edwards and Shed, if you close out and you're out of control, then you create driving lanes. But remember, this game started with the Cougars slamming the ball inside to Josh Carlton. So that sets the tone for it. And I really believe that's why we've seen so many open shots so far here in the first half.
And that's one thing about this Houston offense this season. A lot of sets have been run through Carlton tonight. And before Carlton tonight, a lot of the sets have been run through Fabian White's. Caesar misses the three-point play opportunity.
Cougars up plus 11 rebounding so far.
Feels like they're trying to establish a paint touch early in the shot clock on every possession.
Yeah, Nigel Caesar doing a really nice job keeping the ball out of Carlton's hands.
Here's Carlton. Got the roll.
He does such a nice job. He runs down to right in front of the rim, then turns and seals. And once he gets that low, you're just not going to stop Josh Carlton.
Averaging 9 points per game. Carlton already tonight with 8 points and 4 rebounds. Caesar. Jump ball. Help side defense between Roberts and Carlton.
Really good officiating crew we have here tonight. Randy Heimerman, Bill Jacobson, and Gerald Williams. Here, look how low Josh Carlton is when he catches the ball. I don't care if you're double teaming, triple teaming. When he catches the ball and his heels are on that restricted arc, you're just not gonna stop him.
And this offense we've seen this season from Houston, it depends on good passing from Fabian White, Juwan Roberts, and Josh Carlton, because they're getting the ball in their hands early in the shot clock. Here he is again, back-to-back buckets for Carlton.
Josh Carlton is abusing Texas State right now. Nice job by the guards of recognizing that, not settling for jump shots and slamming that ball inside.
10 points on 8 shots for Carlton. Another three-point play opportunity. It's twice now for Nigel Caesar. He's one of 7 from the Houston area on this Bobcat team. Went to Ridge Point High School before Collin College.
This team is so balanced. They've got 6 guys that average between 7 and 14 points. 5 of the top 6 guys are seniors. They are experienced, and Nigel Sr. is an outstanding basketball player. He's undersized right now to be defending against Josh Carlton, but he is strong and he's quick and he is very active.
It's interesting, Coach Sampson, very praiseworthy and very complimentary of his team, but he's mentioned at times this year, kind of hinted that the post players on offense might be more dangerous than last year's team. And we're seeing that at times this year.
You know, because they had so much success last year and were a Final Four team, everybody wants to compare them to last year. And so people have asked me, and when they've asked me, boy, another great post-entry pass. Well, they're executing so well on the offensive end. This team, in spite of Carlton and Roberts being 1 and 2 in the league in offensive rebound, they don't rebound quite as well as the team last year. But I think they're better defensively than that squad was last year. And last year, that was an elite level defensive team.
On cue, there's a block from Carlton. Carlton has 8 of Houston's last 10 points.
Nice rotation by Juwan Roberts. His heels were on that restricted arc, and if you rotate over as a secondary defender and you're in, on, or over that arc, you have to jump or it's going to be a block.
Here comes Shed. The lead is 22. Shed just waiting for Carlton.
Look how spread the floor is. Going to do an on-the-ball screen and then diving to the basket.
Roberts. Into Carlton. Well, Reed, Houston was 1 for 6 in the first 3 minutes. since that point, 15 for 22 from the field.
Yeah, Terrence Johnson's got to feel like they walked into a hornet's nest here.
Edwards.
I'm telling you, when the ball leaves his hands, you can tell when it's going in. When he misses, inevitably, it's because he's flat on his release. But when he lets go of that ball and you see a nice arch, it's going to be a bucket.
From the free throw line, Nigel Caesar, one of the most valuable players on this team. He comes off the bench. He is the one off the bench that they can count on. Good enough to start, Nigel Caesar, but better fit on this team off the bench. Carlton, good ball fake, three-point play opportunity.
Beautiful up and under, and Josh Carlton does such a good job of collecting himself and having his balance before he makes his move. And another beautiful pass from Jamal Shead. Shead is against Oklahoma State was so good, as was Josh Carlton. Man, Shead has just been remarkable with his passing. He's got 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio for the season. Since being inserted into the starting lineup, Jamal Shead has a 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio.
Well, this for me feels like one of the best halves of the season, inside and out. They're effective from deep, 9 of 16, but so many points in the paint with Carlton. 2 free throws coming.
They call goaltending on that. They look and see if the ball had already come off of the glass. If the ball has hit the backboard above the rim, it's goaltending by rule. Didn't used to be that way. You used to be able to go up and pin the ball on the glass. Not anymore. I think that probably, we can take a look at it. That's a good call. I don't know. I couldn't see. Nice rotation regardless.
Easier said than done, Reed, but would you like to see Texas State maybe try to front the entry pass to Carlton?
Well, I think that's a good block right there. Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious thing to do. The problem is that he's not just, Josh Carlton's not just standing down there on the block. Kelvin is moving him. He's coming all the way out to the top of the key, all the way out to the three-point line. So he's getting a running start. Well, if Josh Carlton's setting a screen on Marcus Sasser or Jamal Shead or Kyler Edwards, whoever's defending Josh Carlton has got to help out on that screen. And then that's where the advantage is created when Josh Carlton then dives to the basket. Really good execution. You made the point earlier. This is as good of an execution half as we've seen from the Cougars this season.
I mean, we're watching as neutrals, and if you're Texas State, what do you do defensively? 9 of 16 from beyond the arc. Houston owning the paint as well. You have to pick your poison.
You try something different. Coming out of this timeout, they've got a little half-court trap set up. Token pressure, going to go back into a zone. It looks like a 1-2-2 zone. Boy, you put 3 guys down on the baseline against those 2 and flood the baseline, and that's where your shots are going to come from. They shifted back to a man-to-man.
5 left in the first half. Jamal Shead, Marcus Sasser, Roberts, nearly another rebound. What a half for the Houston Cougars. They make 9 from beyond the arc. They shoot 60% from the fields. Josh Carlton, 10 points, 14 total in the last 5 minutes alone.
Dominant first half. This is a short-handed basketball team. We wondered how they would come out without the depth on the bench. Well, boy, they answered the bell here in the first half, up by 23 at halftime.
I want y'all to hear it from me first. If you want to be fresh, you got to refresh like Subway. Like the new Baja Steak and Jack with tender, thicker cut steak.
Wait, so you're not coming out of retirement?
I'm just here because Subway has so much new, they bought time in this press conference to talk about it. Now, like I was saying, the new Baja Steak also has pepper jack cheese, the new Baja Chipotle sauce.
No, you can't stop talking.
Black olives, a couple pepperoncinis, and some jalapenos.
Baby got back.
unlimited cashback match. Only from Discover.
Corinne Marie, I got you some stuff for your new laptop. Power station, dongle, and a hotspot.
Dad, why?
Because I know about technology stuff.
Okay, well, have you ever heard of Wi-Fi 6, touchscreen, super long-lasting battery life? Because this has all of that.
But I knew, you know what? I knew that. Actually, this is stuff for my laptop. I was just quizzing you.
Okay.
You passed, by the way.
Want a laptop that has it all? That's Intel Evo.
The holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you. With thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
The new GMC Sierra now offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class.
Houston leading 45-22 at halftime. They made 7 of their last 8 from the field. A big lead for the Cougars in the final game before American Conference play begins against Cincinnati in 8 days. Well, Anthony Goldwire, former Houston great and NBA player, he's back in Houston, encouraged to complete his degree. Let's learn more about Anthony Goldwire and his return to University of Houston.
To have a chance to walk across that stage was another surreal moment for me also. I mean, just so many different things happened in my life that was great, but these are accomplishments that you can't take away. Like, you can't take away myself being drafted, but also getting a degree in college. That's another thing they can never take away from you. And now you complete it by walking across that stage. And that's a moment of validation. Like, you actually did it, and I mean, you know, you worked hard to get it, so that was great for me to be able to come back. And I decided I needed to get my degree, and just because I see a lot of kids in the AAU, they're taking them to the pros at an early age now, but most of the kids, they're based off potential, athleticism, and they need to know there's more to the game than just to being a professional, just to run up and down the basketball court. There's things they have to overcome off the court. They have to be professional on and off the court, but also just the dynamics of being a professional basketball player. And in order to coach in college and try to train some of these young guys and work with them, I had to get my degree. 1 year removed turns into 15 to almost 20 years removed. And you know, time go by, curriculum change and everything. So that was the first step for me. So I was very excited once Coach Sampson took over the job here after leaving the Rockets to the University of Houston where I played. I knew he would do great things. And I would come in and kind of look in on a couple of practices, text him and let him know how much of a great job he's doing. And, you know, and once I came over to everything, I see the culture he had built, and love the direction that the team was going into and the seasons and all that stuff was going into. But you know, it wasn't an opportunity here for me. The staff was already filled and everything. So, but that was just a step coming in, letting me know that I want to be a college coach, and one day, and just the degree was the biggest thing, was the biggest obstacle. So he flat out told me, you have to get your degree. I didn't want to take 12 to 15 hours off top. I need to take 1 hour. Let me take 3 hours to get started. Once you see that first A and that first class get recorded, And then everything else is kind of like just moving in the process. So as we went on, that was like the spring semester, we took one, and as we got into the summer, we started taking, summer one, we take two, summer two, we take another two, and then we just continue to build on and got better. So, everything is moving right along. I remember coming back home, University of Houston still playing, or finishing the Final Four, and everything was kind of down or whatever, a little dead period or whatever, and just reached out to Coach Sampson and just was talking. He just asked me, when are you coming back, to Houston? I was like, man, maybe in a couple of days or so, like that. Okay, well, when you get a chance, why don't you stop by the office or whatever, and then we just continue to talk. This is the first conversation since the first time I came, and we actually sat down and talked since he told me to go get my degree. That was the biggest thing. It wasn't about basketball. It wasn't about what you're doing now. It was more about I'm proud of you going back at this particular stage in your life, going to get your degree. I gave you a plan to get it done. You didn't sit back and try to wait on someone to do it for you. You actually went out and did it. So now we fast forward to, I want to hire you now to come back. I want you to be a part of us here at the University of Houston. Be a part of the staff. Oh man, not only myself, but my wife, my family, everybody was elated, man. They were so excited about the opportunity. I mean, for me playing here in the mid-90s, now I'm finishing my degree here, and to get an opportunity to just say, just to be a part of a program that just left off the Final Four, going forward with the culture that they created, it's like another awesome feeling. It's like, the biggest piece was just being back here under Coach Sampson, being close to my family. That was the biggest thing. I get a chance to go home each and every night and be with my family, pray with my girls before bed, wake up and see them every morning, and just be there with my family. So that's a huge accomplishment for me.
Great story. Great to have him back in Houston at University of Houston. It's a 23-point lead for the Cougars. Back with more at halftime from Fertitta Center.
Coco Mademoiselle, Chanel.
Baby got back.
Unlimited cashback match. Only from Discover.
In the wilderness, fearless and human, Sauvage, the new elixir, Dior.
Corinne Marie, I got you some stuff for your new laptop. Power station, dongle, and a hotspot.
Dad, why?
Because I know about technology stuff.
Okay, well, have you ever heard of Wi-Fi 6, touchscreen, super long-lasting battery life? Because this has all of that.
But I knew, what? I knew that. Actually, this is stuff for my laptop. I was just quizzing you.
Okay.
You passed, by the way.
Want a laptop that has it all? That's Intel Evo.
The holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
What makes my neighborhood great? The folk, the people, always finding a way. There's a lot of talent in these streets, all grinding for an opportunity. The court is where we push each other to grow, where lessons are taught. Because when we lift each other up here, we all get better everywhere.
And that's how you change the game for good.
I said that screen. Here we go.
Halftime inside Fertitta Center. Matt Peterson with Reed Geddes. And We talked about it in the first half. This was such an efficient offense, maybe the best offensive half of the season.
They were so good moving the ball. Rebounding was outstanding. But look, anytime this team shoots over 52% from the three-point line, and yet the best player in the first half was Josh Carlton, well, they're going to be tough to defend.
He scored 10 points in the final 5 minutes of the first half.
Marcus Sasser was knocking down threes. Jamal Shead was knocking down threes. For the Bobcats, Isaiah Small came out and knocked down 2 3-pointers, and he led all Bobcats in scoring, but just not enough. And you talked about it, just the efficiency, the ball sharing, the ball movement, the offensive rebounding. They were over 50% in their offensive rebounding efficiency. Just an outstanding first half of basketball on both ends of the floor for the Cougars.
We see Ramon Walker Jr. there. He entered early. Jamal Shead looked like he may have hurt his ankle, came back, but in the interim, Walker had a 3 and a nice reverse layup.
Well, and a really clean played first half. Total, both teams combined, only 3 free throws attempted, 2 for Texas State and 1 for the Cougars.
Houston up 23. 20 more minutes for both these teams before they open up conference play. We'll come back for the second half.
At Popeyes, we've got a feast for your family. Whether it's spicy or mild fried chicken or tenders, our brand new homestyle mac and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides, there's something for everyone at the table. Try it today and earn points with Popeyes Rewards.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
Whoa. Every week, millions of fantasy football players need to be confident they're making the right decision.
What's up with CeeDee Lamb?
How does ESPN help them make smarter trades and set the right lineup?
Does this look bad?
I don't know, I'm not that kind of doctor.
IBM Watson. By analyzing everything from player stats to expert opinions, Watson cuts through the noise to deliver game-changing insights.
Boomer Bust says CeeDee Lamb is going to boom.
To keep ESPN at the top of the fantasy sports world.
He's good.
What can Watson do for your business?
Target makes last-minute gifting easier. Shop with same-day delivery, free order pickup, or free drive-up, and leave with your list wrapped up. Order today, get it today at Target.
The new GMC Sierra now offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to soul-raising, heart-racing, 100 beats per minute. What are we wearing? Once-in-a-lifetime memories in the making, bumps like a goose brisket for tailgating, reach for the universe, rapid breathing, can't catch my breath, top of lungs singing. This is it. The moment is now. Can you believe it? Wow. Get your tickets at Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
This holiday, let them shine like never before. This is how we shine. Find the perfect gift at Zales, the Diamond Store.
A 23-point halftime lead for Houston over Texas State. As we begin the second half, final tune-up for both these teams. Houston will face Cincinnati in 8 days, and here are the first half leaders.
Now, Josh Carlton was so good. Isaiah Small, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. We talked about it. It only made 5 three-pointers for the year coming into this game, doing everything that he can do. But, well, when the Cougars are knocking down shots from the outside and Josh creating space for Josh Carlton on the inside, Isaiah Small's going to have his hands full here in the second half.
Small will inbound in front of us. Only attempted 4 shots in the first half. He made 3 of 4.
Fabian White only played about 8 or 9 minutes, got 2 quick fouls, so all of that was with Fabian White, an already thin bench, and Fabian White on the bench. A great start to the second half for Texas State.
Nigel Caesar, we saw what he could do off the bench. There he is with the backdoor cut. He's up to 9 points. Good enough to start on many teams. A alley-oop attempt, but Edwards slipped on his way up. Nigel Caesar, one of 7 Houstonians on this Texas State team. He typically comes off the bench, but he starts the second half.
Yeah, he was their best player, I thought. Isaiah Small led them in scoring, but I really thought Caesar was their best player in the first half. That was set up by a really nice back screen by Caleb Asbury.
Coach Johnson about Caesar says he has a great motor. He makes the most of every second he has on the floor. Here he has 22 in maroon and golds. Tough finish over Shed from Shelby Adams.
Well, Terrence Johnson's got to be ecstatic with the way his Bobcats have come out of the locker room to start this second half. 2 really good possessions on the offensive end.
Well, the cautionary tale read would be the Louisiana game. Houston was up 18 at half. Louisiana cut it to 7 at multiple chances to cut it to 4. White back in the game, another 3. Houston with 10 made threes tonight.
Golly, 10 for 18 in this game behind the three-point line.
And Reed, it feels like he's at the point now where he looks like he's been a three-point shooter his whole life. It took him a few years at Houston to get to this point.
Well, and he's catching it in rhythm, and the point you're making is he's shooting the ball with so much confidence. He's turned himself into a 40% three-point shooter. That timeout, Kelvin Sampson is furious on the defensive end, the way his Cougars have started the second half, and the Bobcats came out. Their 3 best possessions of the game were the last 3.
Caleb Asbury with the buckets. 6-3 Bobcats since halftime. An early timeout for Coach Sampson.
We can't help you perfect your pie crust or bake the world's greatest banana bread, but we can help you find the sweet spot between your everyday expenses and your retirement goals. With our guidance and insights, we'll help you put together a recipe for the retirement you want. At T. Rowe Price, we know retirement, not baking. Explore your options with our financial consultants today at troprice.com.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to 9th inning nail biters, 3rd period penalty kills, 4th quarter buzzer beaters, and 57-yard game winners. Buy tickets, earn rewards with Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
The holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
And the blowout continues. It's another touchdown. What a huge play at this point in the game. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen fighting through, and he's got space. He will score. Touchdown.
ESPN Plus is now the exclusive home of PGA Tour Live. That means 35 tournaments a year with more hours of coverage than anywhere else. Go to espnplus.com/PGATL today.
The lead is 20. Texas State off to a better start in the second half, and tough news announced today. Tremont Mark, the talented guard for Houston, underwent shoulder surgery. Here is part of the quote from Coach Sampson about what it went into the decision for Tremont Mark, and basically saying, you know, we could go back and forth, him playing some games, sitting on others, but the best thing for him in his future is to do the surgery now.
You know, credit to Kelvin Sampson and his staff, because they're looking out for the young man's future, not what's best for Kelvin Sampson and this team, but what's best for Tremont Mark. And, you know, the weird thing, and it gets so screwy, but with the COVID and the extra year, and now he didn't play enough to burn a year, so he'll have a medical redshirt. He'll be in his 3rd year and still a freshman next year and still have 4 years of eligibility. A huge blow. Look, I don't want to diminish it. Tremont Mark is an incredibly talented player and a difference maker on this basketball team. So we've been talking about the opportunity of no Tremont Mark for a guy like Ramon Walker to step up. Tajay Moore, who's out sick, that will give him added minutes. And boy, that is going to be big shoes to try to fill.
Fabian White draws the foul. Reach in by Shelby Adams. And he said, you know, he expects him to be a professional, maybe in the NBA, maybe overseas, but a professional basketball player, so he has that future in mind to think about as well.
Yeah, he is going to make money playing basketball, and he's going to have a long career, and it was the right decision no matter how difficult it is. That surgery was this morning, and Tremont was on social media this afternoon saying the surgery went well, his attitude sounded good, and now the rehab process.
Shot clock at 4. There's a reach-in foul on Caesar. And do you think for a player like Walker, it's different when your older teammate playing your position has surgery? You say, now the time is mine. Whereas if it's a lingering injury, maybe you're thinking, it might be my time, it might not.
Well, that's a great point, that these kids, when you're looking at a program, you would like to be able to go in and contribute as a freshman. Reality is, you're looking at a situation where you say, hey, look, can I be ready to contribute as a sophomore? But you never know. We talk about being ready as a player, and suddenly, oh, another great pass inside to Josh Carlton. But Ramon Walker, your opportunity came sooner than you expected, and it looks like he's up to that challenge.
16 now for Carlton, 8 of 11 from the fields. Adams, bounce pass to Nate Martin. He went to Side Creek High School up the road in Cypress.
Great rotation by Houston.
Adams open 3. He's a very efficient shooter. Coach Sampson singled him out in the lead up to this game. He's a rare 50, 40, 90 shooter. On cue tonight, he's 2 for 3 from deep.
Yeah, 52% from the floor. He's now 9 for 15 from behind the three-point line in a 91% free throw shooting.
Shed
Good pass
into Carlton. Foul committed by Martin.
We saw Nigel Caesar go to the bench, I believe, with 3 fouls. Now Martin comes back in, and Houston doing such a nice job. They are opening the floor completely. So they've got 4 guys on the perimeter. They're setting an on-the-ball screen. Josh Carlton's dragging Martin all the way up to the three-point line. And then as he dives to the basket, nobody can leave the shooters on the perimeter, and giving a lot of room to Carlton to work.
Fabian White attacking. Carlton, another offensive rebound. 2 more, he's up to 18. Already a season high for Josh Carlton. Open 3 missed. Rebound Marcus Sasser. Jamal Shed. Sasser fouls.
Josh Carlton's career high is 21 points in 2019 against Temple. And he's already, as you said, has his season high or career high in a Houston uniform. Very nice job not waiting for the ball. You see him moving before the shot even went up to get inside position.
Sasser to the free throw line.
I believe this is just the 2nd free throw attempted in this game by the Cougars.
Sasser, great lineage in basketball. He's the 5th Sasser to play Texas college basketball. His uncle Jason was at Southwest Conference Player of the Year at Texas Tech in '96. His uncle Gerald was the WAC Player of the Year at SMU 3 years later.
I hope at Thanksgiving when he sat down, he said, hey, look, uncles, I can't remember. I know y'all had great careers. How many of y'all took your teams to the Final Four?
Ultimate trump card.
All I know is that driveway, Thanksgiving and Christmas, there's going to be some serious horse games going on in that family. I've talked about it several times on broadcast, but his uncle, Gerald Sasser at SMU, was spectacular. But one of my all-time favorites as a broadcaster, so I started calling games the last 6 years of the Southwest Conference. Jason Sasser was one of my all-time favorites. I mean, you talk about an undersized power forward and heart and toughness. Boy, he comes from a good lineage of basketball, Marcus Sasser.
Houston up 22, under 16 media timeout, inside for Tito.
We can't help you perfect your pie crust or bake the world's greatest banana bread, but we can help you find the sweet spot between your everyday expenses and your retirement goals. With our guidance and insights, we'll help you put together a recipe for the retirement you want. At T. Rowe Price, we know retirement, not baking. Explore your options with our financial consultants today at troprice.com.
Get cheesy at Red Robin with our new cheesy bacon fondue. Some dip, some dunk, some douse. Dive in before it disappears.
Red Robin. Yum.
The holidays are in full swing, and you can feel the magic in the air.
Especially at T-Mobile.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us, only at T-Mobile.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers, like me. Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
What makes my neighborhood great? The folk, the people, always finding a way. There's a lot of talent in these streets, all grinding for an opportunity. The court is where we push each other to grow, where lessons are taught. Because when we lift each other up here, we all get better everywhere.
And that's how you change the game for good.
I said that screen. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Coco Mademoiselle, Chanel.
Dejan Giroux, part of the Final Four team. 11 points. That really doesn't tell the story for Dejan Giroux and the career he had.
What did he puke on this morning? Check out his hat. He's talking about his workout. Now with the Indiana Pacers organization has been up and down, and Laura led this team to the Final Four. What a career Dejan Giroux had here at University of Houston. Down at the other end of the row, Sweet Lou Dunbar. Boy, I tell you what, you want to talk about a career. He was a Houston Cougar legend before he became a Houston Globetrotter legend. And boy, for those of us in Houston that grew up watching Meadowlark Lemon, then when Sweet Lou Dunbar substituted in and subsumed that role with the Globetrotters, one of the funnest human beings you could ever be around, Sweet Lou Dunbar.
Reed, you may have noticed 75th anniversary Houston Athletics. They're trying to figure out via fan voting the top 5 all time, coaches included. How hard will that ballot be for you?
That's a good question, partner. Okay, listen, if you just look at it, it's really, really easy because 3 of the 50 greatest of all time, you got Clyde, Hakeem, and Elvin. Then you add in Otis Birdsong, who was player of the decade. And anyone who saw Rob Williams play will say Rob Williams. But I'm going to throw a curveball to you because they've got the category. They've got Clyde and Michael Young in the same position. And if you're going off college career, I'm here to tell you, partner, Michael Young was a better college basketball player than Clyde. Now, credit to Clyde. He got to the NBA and turned himself in hard work, turned himself into a scorer and a shooter and a perimeter player and one of the 50 greatest. But in college, Michael Young was the bomb. So it's a little bit hard for me there. I'm torn.
It was a 3 from Edwards. Turnover now for Houston. Turnover from Jamal Sheck. Out to Carlton. He got the handle and he'll throw it down.
I'm going to surprise you. You want to know what the hardest vote for me was?
Well, I was going to ask you, who's the 5th?
Well, you know, you got Elvin and Hakeem and Michael Young and Rob Williams and Otis Birdsong. So those are my starting 5. The hardest vote was for the coach.
Yes.
Because people will just assume, oh, Geddes, you voted for Guy V. I did not. I voted for Kelvin Sampson. Credit to what he has done here and how quickly he's done it, the program he has built, and he has built a program that's sustainable. He's done it with different groups of kids, and they've done it with defense and rebounding, done it with shooting, but not just the same group. Now, this isn't to belittle Coach Lewis. I thought he's one of the greatest. He's a Hall of Famer. But he went to 2 Final Fours with Elvin and Don Chaney. Then he went to 3 Final Fours with Elvin, with Clyde and Akeem and our group. I'm here to tell you, I wrestled for a long time before I checked that mark of Kelvin Sampson. Then I thought, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody I did it. And here I am telling you and a few of our friends.
Publicizing your ballot, that's very commendable. Now 3 fouls on Fabian White. There is the coaching staff. And as Coach Sampson would tell you, it's not just him, it's the entire group that has built this program.
That's Kellen on the left of your screen. Then next to him, Quantus White, and then Hollis Price. Casey Beard on his other shoulder. You know, we're talking about point guards. We talked about Quantus and Hollis and Benny and now Dejan Giroux. At the front of that bench is Anthony Goldwire, only an NBA point guard. And just telling you, that, like, we need a point guard tournament to break out after this game's over.
Halftime segment featuring Goldwater, completing his degree. It's a great playing career in the early 90s.
I'll tell you something, Anthony Goldwire, that's you right. He was so fast with that basketball. I mean, holy cow. From baseline to baseline, he was as fast as anybody who played basketball here.
Turnover. The pass came from Drennan, mishandled by Caesar. Now we see some full court press here from the Bobcats.
All right, you got me going. One more name that people won't, you know, a lot of people won't remember. Maybe the best pure point guard, Rob Williams. Nobody could score like Rob Williams. I mean, he was Allen Iverson before Allen Iverson. But the best pure point guard might be Derek Daniels. He played when Pat Foster was the coach here. And I'm telling you, that kid could run a basketball team. Oh, man, was an elite point guard.
Missed 3 from Sasser. And then Sasser with the foul as he closed out Drew Drennan. First on Sasser. It's an 8-0 run for Houston. And we look ahead a little bit. And in many ways, this is a tune-up for both teams. Troy, the first on the schedule, December 30th, to open the Sun Belt for Texas State. For Houston, it's inside Fertitta Center in only 6 days against Cincinnati. What can Houston work on in this second half to prepare for Cincinnati?
Hey, the biggest thing they need to do is they need to get well. I would assume that they're going to get off of their feet and hope that Tajay Moore gets over his illness and hope that Reggie Chaney's feeling better. The turf toe feels better on Marcus Sasser, and that's number one, is to get some rest.
High screen, Chaney. Edwards out to Fabian White. Short. A miss, but again, the rhythm for White. He hopped into that. Looks more natural with every game.
Great defense by Reggie Chaney. Boy, he came off and helped and hedged so hard, the point guard literally fell over and fell out of bounds.
C.J. Johnson, second year as the head coach, the reigning Sun Belt Coach of the Year, for 5 years as the assistant. AAU basketball.
The interim coach going 18-7 and winning the conference. You think that was a difficult decision for the athletic director when he decided to take that interim tag off?
There was one decision.
Yeah, how quickly and when.
Edwards from deep.
It is not a good shot.
Small with the rebound. Harrell behind the back dribble. This is Dylan Dawson from Humboldt, from Atascocita High School, former high school teammate of Fabian White. They're on the court at the same time.
not seen him, but there's a player over there on the bench for Texas State, Deuce Guidry, a 5'8" sophomore who was a high school teammate of Tremont Mark at Dickinson High School.
The ties are deep. 7 Houstonians on this Texas State team. Nate Martin out of Cy Creek, Nigel Caesar from Ridge Point, Dylan Dawson from Atascocita, Davian Coleman out of Jersey Village High School. Good ball fake, Ramon Walker Jr.
Good pass.
Cheney will throw it down with the right hand.
Yeah, credit Ramon Walker right now. He is part of a 10-0 run, but a nice up fake. He dribbled baseline, did not over penetrate, and found Reggie Cheney crashing down the lane to the basket.
Cheney not worried about hurting that right hand with all the tape on his left with that dunk. Good closeout from Ramon Walker Jr. on the 3 from Dylan Dawson. Edwards. White pops out. Excellent from Fabian White.
Yeah, it's that up fake. He's developed that three-point shot that when the ball skips over to Fabian White, if you're Texas State, you've got to close out on him hard. A little bit of an up fake, easy move to the basket for Fabian White.
12-0 run for Houston. The lead has grown to 31 points. Houston looking in fine form heading into the American Conference opener in 6 days against Cincinnati.
Shop last-minute deals now at Target. Save on select toys and video games, kitchen appliances, beauty gift sets, and more. Now through December 24th at Target.
Baby got back.
Unlimited cashback match. Only from Discover.
Corinne Marie, I got you some stuff for your new laptop. Power station, dongle, and a hotspot.
Dad, why?
Because I know about technology stuff.
Okay, well, have you ever heard of Wi-Fi 6, touchscreen, super long-lasting battery life? Because this has all of that.
But I knew, you know what? I knew that. Actually, this is stuff for my laptop. I was just quizzing you.
Okay.
You passed, by the way.
Want a laptop that has it all? That's Intel Evo.
In the wilderness, fearless and human. Sauvage, the new elixir, Dior.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo, find your strength.
Confidence looks great on you.
Welcome back inside Fertitta Center, Matt. Peterson with Reed Geddes. The lead is 31. It's a 12-0 run, and here is Jason Sasser, the uncle of Marcus Sasser, in his Texas Tech uniform.
Trying to think of the guys. There were 3 guys that came in that year: a point guard, a shooting guard, Smith. Golly, I wish I could think of it. The James gang, and Jason Sasser came in, and he's one of those kids that, he's a grown man now, but he's one of those kids that didn't have a position, and so a lot of schools didn't recruit him. He's 6'7". They told him he was 6'8", but he wasn't that big. And he wasn't a shooting guard. He wasn't a small forward. He didn't really have a position. He was unbelievable baller. I'm telling you, Jason Sasser was so much fun to watch, and how hard he played. And I'm telling you, Marcus plays hard just like his uncle Jason did.
That's off the mark. Rebound tapped out to Edwards. A miss for Mason Harrell. Only 8 fouls committed tonight. Walker for Sasser. Fabian White from the corner.
Yeah, Marcus Sasser gave up a layup, a wide open layup to hit a teammate in the corner.
15-0 run. Reed, they're doing some special things on offense.
Now watch this great execution, a hard setup and a hard backdoor cut, executed perfectly, a wide up layup. I mean, he passed that ball at the rim to kick it out to Fabian White. A year ago, you'd have looked at Marcus Sasser and say, son, have you lost your ever-loving mind? You gave up a layup to throw it out to Fabian White. What a compliment to Fabian White and how he's developed his game and the confidence his teammates have in him.
White goes to the bench. 8 points, 2 of 4 from deep with 3 rebounds. Indecisive pass picked off by Juwan Roberts. And for me, I think it all starts with the post players. The offense at times goes through them. They get an early touch and it sets everything up like this from Sasser.
Good rebound.
That was Nate Martin, this former Cy Creek.
Look, the point you're making is exactly right. You throw that ball inside, you get the defense collapsing on players, and boy, the whole floor opens up. Oh my gosh, now Kyler Edwards twisted his ankle. Golly, are you kidding me? Well, he bounced coming out of that. We're going to hope that he just stepped on somebody's foot. And golly.
Edwards down. He caught the loose ball. It was Nate Martin trying to clear him. Battle for position.
And Josh Carlton capturing the feeling of everybody in this arena right now.
Kelvin Sampson now on the court. So look at Kyler Edwards. Edwards helped up. Was the 6th man on the Texas Tech team that lost the national championship game to Virginia. And hopefully that smile is a positive sign.
Jamal Shead trying not to laugh. Juwan Roberts can't stop laughing. So we're going to hope that it's not as serious as it looked. And, you know, sometimes when you roll your ankle, you step on somebody's foot and your ankle bone can roll over and hit the floor. And it looks really bad and it hurts really bad. But you can walk it off after a while. It'll be interesting to see if they tape him back up tighter or they go ahead and take that shoe off and say you're done. No, it looks like they're going to take him up to the locker room. I would assume that he is done for tonight, and we're going to hope that that's not as bad as it looks. So the reason Juwan Roberts is shooting this is because the foul, Kyler Edwards was fouled. If it's not an intentional foul, then the opposing coach can choose the shooter from one of the 4 guys on the floor. Juwan Roberts is shooting down around 42%. From the free throw line, so that was a good choice. If it was an intentional foul, then Kelvin Sampson could choose anybody off his bench to come in and shoot the free throw.
Short, tough rebound, Ramon Walker Jr. The miss was from Mason Harrell. Ramon Walker Jr. short. Up tempo, Mason Harrell, mid-range.
That was the best looking offensive possession we've seen this game from Mason Harrell.
He missed his first 7 from the field, the former consensus player of the year in Oklahoma back in 2018. Lightly recruited, largely due to his 5'9" stature.
First team selection in the preseason in the Sun Belt Conference.
Miss from Jamal Shead. Coach TJ Johnson said Mason Harrell's the toughest dude on the floor every night. That's a nice finish. Tyrell Morgan from Atlanta.
It was a nice left hand. Boy, jumped in with his right shoulder, created some space.
Coach Johnson said we aren't even scratching the surface yet. A Swiss Army knife.
Let me tell you something. I appreciate the sentiment for Terrence Johnson, and I appreciate the fact that he's building up Mason Harrell, but I'm looking out on that floor, and if Juwan Roberts is out on that floor, and Jamal Shedd's out on that floor, and Marcus Sasser's out on that floor, and Reggie Chaney, Mason Harrell may be as tough as anybody, but he's not going to be my tough draft pick of the toughest.
Maybe the toughest on his team.
There you go. Maybe as tough as anybody.
Jamal Shedd as the shot clock wound down. Houston has outscored Texas State 22-13 in the second half. Catch and shoot 3. Off the mark from Caleb Asbury. Here comes Marcus Sasser. Sasser stepped out.
Yeah, the question that Kelvin Sampson asked Marcus Sasser is, where are you going? Houston now 0 for 4, and he got a little bit out of control, was dribbling down the baseline, and really just kind of dribbled himself out of bounds.
Good news, Kyler Edwards is back, standing at the edge of the bench, stretching out that left ankle.
I'm not sure if I'm Kelvin Sampson, I'd put him back in this game.
Excellent defense from Sasser. He forces the turnover. The under 8-minute media timeout. Kyler Edwards back on the court, limping, but back to celebrate with his teammates. Big lead for Houston in the final tune-up before American Conference.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D Vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you. With thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
Baby got back.
Unlimited cashback match. Only from Discover.
At Popeyes, we've got a feast for your family. Whether it's spicy or mild fried chicken or tenders, our brand new homestyle mac and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides, there's something for everyone at the table. Try it today and earn points with Popeyes Rewards.
I'm going to play outside. Be back before it's dark, I know.
Experience amazing.
We are talking about my dating life, my adult dating life.
Dating an adult makes me feel happy because I get to be with somebody that has a grip on their life.
We're like, this is what I need, this is what I want. Do you have that?
It's about respect, openness, compassion.
It's not just one great romantic act, it's about being there every single day.
It makes you feel like, hey, this is worth me putting my time and energy. It's worth me opening up my heart.
Let's go for it.
Ready for match? Adults date better.
$7:53 left, second half. Houston leading Texas State 67-35. Matt Peterson with Reed Geddes. Not many free throws tonight.
It's actually an advantage, Houston. The Cougars have struggled. I mean, that is certainly a weakness of this team. Those two players in particular, Reggie Chaney and Juwan Roberts. On the other hand, Texas State is an outstanding free throw shooting team. As a team, They are shooting 77%. Their top three players, you look at Harrell, Asbury, and Adams, from the free throw line, they shoot 83%, 90%, and 91%. So anytime the free throw attempts of your opponents is down around 3, you have done your job of playing defense, excellent defense, but defense without fouling.
And I would say Houston's been very disciplined. Only 9 total fouls, and many of those have been of the loose ball variety. They haven't been reach-ins in one-on-one situations. Ramon Walker Jr. out for Sasser. Double crossover and the triple.
You know, one of the things we brag on him so much about his shooting and his passing and his defense, his ball handling is extraordinary. Boy, he does such a nice job of getting defenders off balance.
Chaney with the block. Roberts with the rebound. Here comes Jamal Shead. Something I enjoy when we're here before the game. He's warming up, and you can see his dribbling as he goes through his three-point shooting warm-up.
He just gets so low to the ground, and he does such a nice job of the crossover, putting his hand on the outside and then back on the inside with both his right and left hands.
Teardrop from Shead, rebounded by Caesar. That was a good pass. Cross court for Asbury. And a steal, Jawan Roberts. Shead off the window. Okay, Reed, you were here early November on opening night against Hofstra. You're here tonight. What are you most encouraged by with the growth of this team heading into Cincinnati in 6 days?
Jamal Shead. I mean, that's easy for me, and you know that's what Kelvin's most excited about because of how quick he is to remind people how much of a work in progress Jamal Shead still is. As soon as you ask about Jamal Shead and you talk about his numbers or his development or what he's done, Kelvin immediately goes, he's got so much work to do. He's got to improve on this. He's got to improve on that. That's Kelvin Sampson's way of saying, I'm ecstatic with this young man. He has developed into a team leader. And I'm telling you, with the backcourt of Marcus Sasser, there may not be a finer backcourt in America right now than Jamal Shead and Marcus Sasser.
Well, Shead thought he was going off. That's a bit of humility. It's Sasser instead. 13 points, 4 of 9 from the field for Sasser. And a very unselfish assist where he could have had a layup but kicked it out for White for 3.
Has to be the leading candidate right now for American Athletic Conference Player of the Year, going into conference player, along with SMU's Kendrick Davis. Kendrick Davis is off to a terrific start, but boy, the two of them right now, in my opinion, are head and shoulders above anyone in the conference, and that's including any of the 4 lottery picks playing for Memphis.
Shead expected Walker to take a 3. He was going back on defense. Shead's having some fun out there right now. That helps. He's smiling, he's carefree, he's finding his teammates. And there's a big-time block off the bench. Javier Francis, the freshman from New Orleans, nearly 2 in a row. Loose ball picked up by Walker. Coach Sampson said Francis has not played much this year. He's been behind some good guys in Carlton and Roberts and Fabian White and Reggie Chaney. Gets a chance now, 5 in red, setting a high screen. Short from Walker Jr. What a rebound from Jawan Roberts.
The best offensive rebounder in the American Athletic Conference, Jawan Roberts.
Shead for Francis. Shead's getting the no-look passes going. He's having a lot of fun out there right now. 9 assists for Jamal Shead. And Reed, I would add to your assessment about Jamal Shead as the #1 point of this season and what's improved. I would add the offensive contributions of guys like Jawan Roberts, Josh Carlton.
Yep, absolutely. And Jawan Roberts stepping into the role of Justin Gorham. You know, there was a lot of question about how you're going to replace those 4 seniors, Dejan Giroux, Justin Gorham, Bryson Gresham, Quentin Grimes. And Well, Juwan Roberts says, I've got one of those roles filled. Golly, Jamal Shedd has just taken over this basketball game.
He is in the zone. He is smiling.
Caleb Asbury's talking to him, and Caleb Asbury might want to stop talking to him.
I mean, he is going up and down the court. Jamal Shedd smiling in the paint, out of the paint, top of the key, finding teammates. What a showing from Jamal Shedd.
We can't help you perfect your pie crust or bake the world's greatest banana bread, but we can help you find the sweet spot between your everyday expenses and your retirement goals. With our guidance and insights, we'll help you put together a recipe for the retirement you want. At T. Rowe Price, we know retirement, not baking. Explore your options with our financial consultants today at troweprice.com.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to ninth inning nail biters, third period penalty kills, fourth quarter buzzer beaters, and 57-yard game winners. Buy tickets, earn rewards with Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
In the wilderness, fearless and human. Sauvage, the new elixir, Dior.
There's cheese on a burger, and then there's cheese on a cheeseburger. Too much? Nah, don't miss the Red Robin Cheese Lovers lineup.
Red Robin. Yum.
I missed the bus.
All right, I got you. Success is cherishing every important connection.
Hey, babe.
Hey. Did he miss the bus?
Yeah, but I was hoping he would. The Lexus LS, designed to put your humanity first. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
41-point lead for Houston over Texas State under 4 minutes left. Matt Peterson with Reed Geddes. Preseason poll. This was announced a few months ago, but telling going into the opener in just 6 days. Houston at the top, 8 first-place hosts. Memphis right behind. A steadying win for Coach Hardaway over Alabama about a week ago.
Yeah, a much-needed win over Alabama. And right now, Marcus Sasser and Reggie Chaney, their net rankings are in the top 5, and they have been for most of the year. The problem is the rest of the AAC, boy, they are way, way behind when you start talking about net rankings, how they're used to replace the RPI. Cougars picked to win the conference for the 3rd consecutive season.
Ryan Eldon in the game, 20 in whites. Acrobatic finish. Excellent from Caleb Asbury. From Pflugerville High School before Ranger College.
Talking about those net ratings, only 2 teams right now, offensive and defensive efficiency, part of those net rankings are in the top 10 on both offense and defense, and that would be the Baylor Bears, the number 1 ranked Baylor Bears, and the number 13 ranked Houston Cougars.
Francis to the free throw line. At a Montverde Academy in Florida, the excellent athletic prep school. He misses it. We also have, for the first time tonight, Robbie Armbruster in the game wearing number 2. A young group out there.
Jamal Shedd 1 assist away from a double-double. He has 12 points, 9 assists, and just 2 turnovers in this game.
Quality defense from Elvin. Open 3, Shelby Adams off the glass. Well, to be a 40, 50, 90 guy, sometimes you need a little luck.
Well, that was that.
Shed alley-oop for his 10th assist.
Well, there's some dispute whether this is his first career double-double or whether Our Lady of the Late Game last year counted, in which he also had a double-double. I fall in the camp of this was his first career double-double.
Francis with the steal. Excellent block into the game. Brandon Love, a Houstonian at a George Bush High School, 24 maroon and gold. It's a really tough block. He just turned away Javier Francis.
Oh my, this is turned into a ugly last 2 minutes of basketball.
Armbruster. Houston with 4 in double figures tonight. Shed, Sasser, Edwards, and Carlton, who leads the Cougars with 20. A steal for Shelby Adams. Elvin with the blocking foul. Houston football next Tuesday in the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl against Auburn. Trying to end the season on a win. Early kickoff, 11 a.m. on ESPN.
We're going to hope that both teams can field a team, unlike the Texas Aggie announcement today. Did you see that?
No.
They can't play in their bowl game due to transfer portals, people that have opted out, and COVID. They are not going to field a team for the bowl game. Suddenly, the bowl scenario, people are scrambling, trying to find a replacement. Perhaps the American Athletic Conference member Temple might have an opportunity to go to a bowl game with a 5-7 record. Hey, look, calmer minds are going to prevail. The COVID protocol that was put in place in 2020, and it's going to affect all these kids. It needs to change. It was set up that if you don't field the team, that you forfeit if it's due to COVID. Well, that was to incentivize everybody to go get your vaccinations. Everybody's gotten their vaccinations now. Now, if you can't field a team, there is no reason to punish a team with a forfeit. The Atlantic Coast Conference made an announcement today that if you have 7 players plus 1, so 7 players and a coach, you can go play. If not, it will not count as a forfeit.
Alley-oop, missed that time. Good chance there for Francis. Yeah, it's very sensible, right? Because now with contact tracing and all the protocols, you're punishing a team where it's out of their control. Yeah,
and you're punishing people that are asymptomatic, that have been vaccinated. Well, you know, that's going to change. Everybody's going to adopt the rule that the ACC announced today. But the commissioners are going to have to get on the phone and coordinate and come out. It would be best if there was a uniform policy across all of college basketball.
Final seconds here. Texas State will open with Troy on December 30th. There's a 3. Nate Lacewell from Missouri City at a Legacy Sports Sciences High School. A good moment for him in his return home. But this night belongs to Houston. They extend the home winning streak. 33 straight home wins for Houston. Some momentum going into the holidays. And the American Conference opener in 6 days against Cincinnati. A dominant showing, Reed Geddes.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't see this coming. Kelvin Sampson's team was tired. They were shorthanded. They banged up. We saw Jamal Shed twist his ankle. We saw Kyler Edwards twist his ankle. And boy, they just came out and obliterated a really good Texas State basketball game. This basketball team, this was an excellent, gutsy, mentally tough performance by Jamal Shed and his teammates.
Josh Carlton, the story of the first half, primarily 10 points in the final 5 minutes. He ends with 20 points on 10 of 13 from the field, plus 5 rebounds. The other Cougars to double figures, Kyler Edwards with 14, Sasser at 13, Jamal Shed with 12. For Reed Geddes, I'm Matt Peterson saying so long from Fertitta Center, where Houston beats Texas State 80-47. All games airing on the ESPN networks or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.